Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and today I will show two games of great Tigran Petrosjan and I will do my best to remember one of the best chess player of all time. So I hope you will enjoy and let's start. The first game is coming from Bled 1961 and Tigran Petrosjan is white and black is Czech famous chess player Luděk Pachman. So what's happening here? And I will show maybe interesting example how weak dark squares are big problem for everybody. So we are watching ordinary opening moves, nothing special. And what will be interesting here is to watch this bishop. Here this bishop is a strong piece and he's taking care about dark squares around black's king. Of course, one day black will make short castle and will be really necessary to cover and defend these squares. Yes, it's too far to see that black will lose because of weak dark squares, but you know the story in advance. So e5, and now the fight over dark squares is begun. So, of course, black need to do something and he's playing move d6. Of course, now his biggest problem is not dark squares. His biggest problem is not playing light squares bishop. Every time I remember that good player has good pieces. So, one exchange? Yes, of course, black managed to exchange one pawn, but his queen will be soon or later under attack. So one option how to attack this queen is from the square f4. Another option is to attack this queen from the square c4. That's really important to believe that it's not good idea to play too early with our queens because then this piece should be under attack and we should lose a time. Exactly as happened here. Knight to d2 and of course threat is to play knight to c4 and gain a time or knight to e4. I understand that black is not interesting to watch how white's knight will attack his queen and he's playing immediately to c7. Yes, as I told you, this game at the end will be about this bishop and this dark squares, but it's time to see how Tigran Petrosjan played his game. Of course, first idea when he played knight to d2 was to play knight to c4 or knight to e4. But something changed. It not make sense to go there if we are not gaining any advantage. So now it's time to change the plan and Tigran Petrosjan is playing knight to b3. Why? Because he's going to attack big pawn. c5 pawn is without any defender and Tigran Petrosjan is trying to win time. So you know that if he is attacking weakness, his opponent has to defend this weakness and maybe now he's playing knight to d4. Yes, seems like everything is okay for black, but I really don't believe that bishop on c8 is a good bishop. Of course, it's a bad bishop and is a problem for black because you know if black is not playing with all pieces, he's playing bad game. So it's time to attack this queen. As I told you, every time is good to gain a time to get tempo, and of course this happened here. And knight to e5. Wow, black's pieces are absolutely without any activity. There is no threat, there is no attack, and still watch black's bad light squares bishop on c8. This is a biggest problem. Okay, black managed to exchange one piece. Unfortunately for him, knight on d4 is the best black's piece and he is exchanging his best piece maybe for not such a great white's knight on b3. So this exchange is favored for white and white is happy. He's going to gain another time and for a second time he's attacking black's queen, and now of course he's taking knight. This queen is lost. You know, it's too far from the most important part of the game, and of course this will be the main reason why black will lose his game. Bishop to d6, and of course this pin is not nice to black, and black decide to play bishop to f6. And of course this game is exciting maybe from this option, because Tigran Petrosjan played to f3, you know, and he's attacking f6 bishop and is gaining time. Of course, this bishop has to stay there because this bishop is defending knight on e7. So makes sense to play by black's king to g7, but watch this move, rook to e4. What do you think? Why white is playing this move? Do you think that the main idea is to play rook to f4? No, I will tell you where is the main idea. Believe me or no, but a winning move now is when white will take on f6. Such a great move, and now it's up to you if you are able to watch this variation till end, and if you are able to improve your calculation skills. So maybe stop this video for a few seconds and ask yourself how far you see this variation. Okay, that's not too difficult. Check. And the winning move is bishop to g7. And it's a funny story where black's king is standing, and why black is losing, because he lost dark squares control. You know, all these dark squares are gone. What's another interesting story of this game? Black's pieces are absolutely out of the game, and you know, even black is queen up, he's lost and he's under checkmate. So that was the first example how Tigran Petrosjan played well his game, and how it's good to learn from him, because this is a good lecture how it's important to be careful about dark squares, and how it's dangerous to have bad pieces. And now let's watch another game, and this is a game Petrosjan Smyslov, and believe me or no, we are waiting for another interesting game. So this game is coming from 1961. White is Tigran Petrosjan and black is Vasily Smyslov. Both players are playing good moves, because they are playing middle game, or sorry, opening, and they are trying to go for short castle and to get interesting position. What's interesting here, one more time, this queen is on c5, this queen is too far, and of course one day this queen will be under attack. So same mistake or same problems as we saw in the first game. So knight to c6, and of course white is a winning time. It's good to remember that this is a good time or good plan to attack opponent's queen. Rook to c1, and white played by his queen to c2. Of course the threat is to stop black's short castling. So rook to c8, one castling, and h6. Yes, it's too difficult to speak now about weak dark squares, because this bishop is fine here, and he's still doing a good job. He's covering dark squares, which are important even here. But black has problems. Black has not good pieces. He is passive, and even here, watch these two bishops. One is attacking from this side and another is attacking from another side. If your opponent has two bishops looking in this direction, believe me or no, that the main plan is to attack black's king. This is a very dangerous position for black, and black need to show something. Of course, the biggest threat is a check on h7 and queen on d6 one more time. It's losing time because it's too far, and time is important in a chess game. So, what do you think? Why white is playing by his queen to a4? It's interesting. Do you believe that white will play something here? Do you believe that this is the best white's plan, or this is the idea behind this plan, behind this move to play there? No, I will tell you one more time. If you have such a strong bishops, you are trying to play here, and how to get our queen there? Of course, white is playing to a4 and g4, and this is the main plan why white played to a4. He is trying to push his queen for the most aggressive square from which he will attack black's king. One move, another move, so black need to weaken his position by a move g6, and of course in air is the first threat to maybe take twice on g6, h5, and white is playing with his queen to h3. It's interesting story. One move to a4, e4, g4 and h3, and still this is a really aggressive piece, and maybe is a threat to take on g6 and then to take on e6 with a really dangerous position for black. f5 is going to stop all these threats, but as you see here, we are watching another weak dark squares and too many weak pawns. At the end, watch this position. Black's king is weak there alone, is without any defenders, and of course, this is the biggest black weakness. White will attack, and even lots of people are speaking about Petrosjan that he was a defender. He was a great defender. No, believe me, he played a really well attack position or such of this aggressive position as well. This is a really good position, and it's good to learn from Tigran Petrosjan. Black is trying to save his position with some exchange. One, and of course, black position is under fire. Yes, I will show interesting chess game where now looks like black stop any threats because bishop on c4 is for free. So rook to e1, and maybe black believe that it's good time to go for endgame. Now watch what's happened. White will take on f5, and he is leaving this bishop for free. And this is a beautiful moment. He took, and black is going to take this bishop. From now till end, black is lost, and well done to Tigran Petrosjan because he will play another great chess game. So, yes, his piece down, but check. And g7. It's difficult to stop this pawn to go to g8. So e5. At least for a few moves, this threat was stopped, but one pawn, another check, and another pawn. So pin, threat, check, check. You know, the difference between these two players is not on material. This is on activity and threats. Knight to d4 and black resign. Another great game and another reason why it's good to remember Tigran Petrosjan. I love his game. I'm enjoying to watch his games and his ideas. And you know, if you have dreamed to be a good chess player, believe me or no, it's good time to learn from Tigran Petrosjan. So guys, we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you saw two interesting chess games and you like it. If you will press like, thank you very much. If you will follow us, thank you one more time. And I hope I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.